Today we're going to finish our Easter story, and today's lesson is called Jesus is Risen. He's alive. Now you're going to see the picture, and you see there's an angel up on the stone, and you see the ladies, they have smiles on their faces. Okay, so I'm going to begin sharing this Bible story with you from all of the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and also 1 Corinthians 15. The Lord was dead, and Jesus' followers were very sad. Tearfully, Mary Magdalene and some of her friends went to Jesus' tomb early on Sunday morning to finish wrapping Jesus' body in spices and strips of cloth, a custom for Jewish burials. Right away, the women could see that the large stone that had covered the entrance to the tomb was rolled back. They went into the tomb, but they didn't see the body of Jesus. So they've gone into the tomb. While they were wondering what could have happened to the Lord's body, angels dressed in shining white cloth appeared to them. The women were frightened. See the women? In this scene, you don't see how frightened they were, but the Bible says they were frightened. "Why are you looking for a living person in a tomb?" asked the angel. "He is not here, but he is risen. Remember that he told you that he had to be arrested, crucified, and on the third day rise again?" Then the women did remember. And at once they ran to tell the disciples that Jesus was alive. After hearing what the women had to say, Peter ran to the tomb. He went inside and he saw the strips of linen that had covered Jesus' body in the tomb. But Jesus was not there. Where could he be? Peter wondered. Could he really be alive? Mary Magdalene was very upset. She met a man standing in the garden near the empty tomb. It was Jesus, but she didn't recognize him. The man asked her, "Woman, why are you crying?" Mary replied, "Because someone has taken away the body of my Lord, and I don't know where he is." Then Jesus said, "Mary." At that moment, Mary recognized him. Jesus was alive. Later that day, two men who were followers of Jesus were walking to a village called Emmaus. So you're not going to see that picture. While they talked about all the things that had happened to Jesus, a third man caught up to them and began to walk with them. The two followers of Jesus didn't know it, but they were walking with Jesus. They just didn't recognize him. Jesus joined the men for supper that night. At the supper table, Jesus said a prayer and blessed the food. All at once, they recognized Jesus. He was alive. The two men ran back to Jerusalem, where they found the disciples and shared the wonderful news. As they were sharing, Jesus himself appeared. He showed the disciples that he really was alive. In the days that followed, Jesus appeared many times, comforting and encouraging the believers. At one of these times, over 500 people saw Jesus with their own eyes. Jesus told the disciples to spread the good news to all the people in the world. He wanted everyone to know that he had taken the punishment for their sins by dying on the cross. If they believed in him, they would be able to live with him in heaven forever. So this week we studied the life, the death, the burial, and the resurrection of Jesus Christ. If you stay tuned, you'll be in for a real treat. It involves eggs. See you next time.